Hello everyone, Alicia here with another lightened up Weight Watcher friendly recipe, and today's recipe is a new one for me. I'm going to be trying out a new pancake recipe that I saw, and it is a lemon ricotta pancake. I had some ricotta that I needed to get used up. I saw this recipe and I thought it'd be a perfect one to lighten up, make a little more Weight Watcher friendly, a little less calories. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. I'll be sure to have a link to the recipe that I'm going to be adapting down below in the description box, so you can check that original out if you want. But let me jump into ingredients real quick and I'll show you what you're going to need to make these. So first off, you're going to need some buttermilk. I never buy buttermilk usually. I typically just make my own. And to do that, all you need is a milk of your choice. I'm going to be using this unsweetened vanilla almond milk. So you're going to need a cup of that, and then you're going to need a tablespoon of either lemon juice or vinegar. I'm going to be using lemon juice in this already anyway, so I'm going to be using a tablespoon of lemon juice to make my buttermilk as well. And then the rest of this lemon, I'm going to be zesting it and then getting at least, hopefully, another 2 tablespoons of juice out of it for the pancake batter. Next up, you're gonna need some all-purpose flour, which is what I've got here, 1.5 cups. You're gonna need 2 large eggs, and you're gonna be separating those. In here, I've got 3/4 cup part skim ricotta. For sweetener in these, I'm gonna be using this Lakanto monk fruit sweetener with allulose, 3 tablespoons of that, but you can use whatever type of 0-calorie sweetener you prefer. This is just the one that I do. Next up, you're gonna need a 1/2 teaspoon salt, a teaspoon baking powder, teaspoon vanilla, and then finally here, I've got some olive oil and a little spritzer, and this is what I'm gonna be using to spritz my pan with, so these don't stick. I've got a teaspoon olive oil factored into the recipe builder, but I'm probably not gonna end up using that much. But anyway, that's what I've got for my pan. And this is everything you're gonna need to make these. So let me get it started. First thing I'm gonna do is get my lemon zested. I've got this nice and washed up, and I'm gonna just zest it into this little ramekin here. And as always, I'd like to mention that you want to just get that outside yellow part. You don't wanna get into that white pith because it's bitter. So I'm gonna get this zested, and then I'll be back. Got that zested, so I'm gonna set that aside, and I'm gonna take my lemon, give it a quick roll to kind of get those juices release. And then I'm gonna get it juiced, and I'm looking for about 3 tablespoons. Now I'm gonna set that aside. And now I'm gonna get my buttermilk made. So again, that is gonna be a cup of almond milk, or whatever type of milk that you want to use, but to keep the points low on this, I'm using almond milk. And then to that, I'm going to add a tablespoon lemon juice. Just whisk that in and let that sit about 5 minutes. So in a medium bowl here, I'm going to add in my dry ingredients, starting with my 1.5 cups all-purpose flour, 3 tablespoons sweetener, teaspoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon salt, and I'm gonna just mix all of that together. Okay, now I'm gonna set that aside. So in a large bowl here, I'm gonna add in my remaining ingredients, starting with my eggs. For the eggs, I'm gonna separate these. I'm gonna be just adding the egg yolks to my bowl and saving my whites. And we'll whip those up here in a little bit. So added my yolks, my ricotta, my homemade buttermilk, and if you want to use just a light buttermilk, you can absolutely do that if I didn't say that before. Teaspoon vanilla, 2 tablespoons lemon juice, and my lemon zest. Now I'm going to whisk all of this together really well. Okay, I've got that all whisked together well, so I'm going to set that aside. And I've got my mixer here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to whisk up my egg whites until I've got soft peaks. Now this is a step that you don't necessarily have to do. You could just add the whole egg to your moist ingredients if you want. Whipping these until soft peaks is just going to give these pancakes a little fluffier, loftier texture. So since the recipe that I am adapting is doing this, I'm gonna go ahead and do it too. But I did want to point out that you don't have to do this step if you don't want to. So either in a mixer or with a hand mixer, you're gonna want to get your egg whites whisked up until soft peaks form. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my mixer on about a medium speed and get those whisked up. I mix this about 3 minutes, and hopefully you can see that's what it's looking like. Got some soft peaks there. So now I'm gonna take this off and I'm gonna get all my batter ingredients mixed together. So first off, I'm gonna pour my dry ingredients into my buttermilk ingredients and stir those in until it's just combined. You don't want to over stir. So basically just until no dry ingredients are showing. Okay, now I'm gonna add in my egg whites and kind of fold those in just until no white is showing. Okay, that looks good. So now I'm gonna take this over to my stove, and I've got a pan here on medium heat, and I'm gonna spritz it with a little bit of olive oil. Then I'm gonna take a 1/4 cup scoop here, measuring cup, and put about a 1/4 cup scoop worth of batter in the pan for each one of these. Then I'm gonna let them cook about 2-3 minutes until I start to see some bubbles forming. So again, about 2-3 minutes. When I start seeing that, I will flip them. Okay, it's been about 3 minutes and these are starting to bubble up a little bit. So I'm gonna flip them. Then I'm gonna cook them another 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, I let these go about 1.5 minutes. I'm gonna take them off. So they're looking nice and fluffy. So I'm gonna get these plated and then I'm gonna get the rest of these made up and then I will be back. All right, I got these all done, plated up here, and I ended up with 12 of them. So I factored them into my WW recipe builder as 6 servings of 2 pancakes. So that's what a serving size is gonna be. There's 2 of these guys, and that is gonna be 5 points. So I'll get a serving of these plated up and we'll give them a taste. Okay, got a serving of these on a plate, and I just dusted them with a little bit of Lakanto powdered sugar, or calorie-free powdered sugar. So got my husband here. Say hello.
I'm yawning.
Oh, sorry.
Don't look at me, I'm hideous.
Got my husband here. He's gonna give it a taste.
So what do we got?
We have got lemon ricotta pancakes. I had to use that ricotta up that I had left over from last pasta. So I thought I'd try a new recipe. Lighten it up. Let's see. They are fluffy. They're supposed to be fluffy. And then there's, show you. 5 points for the 2 of those too.
Okay.
I don't think I said to you.
So, I realize this is a contradiction.
Mm-hmm.
But they're dense.
Yet fluffy.
Yet fluffy.
Because you can see that they're fluffy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure the best way to describe that difference, because I don't think you can have a dense fluffy pancake.
Yeah, that's kind of contradictory, isn't it? But you can tell. So this recipe had you whip the egg whites to kind of, I think, add a little loftiness or fluffiness to it. And I think it did that, but you're right. They do. And
I think it's the ricotta that's probably...
Yeah, they're heavy, for one, is a good way to put it.
Yeah, they're
right?
Yeah. So it tastes like just a really nice pancake with lemon.
Okay.
Which that goes well together.
Yeah, they look really fluffy.
Yeah.
As you're eating those.
So
I'll take just the smallest little bite here. See what I
Because
think.
I can't ever help myself, I did have one of these on the plate over here, and I don't like that powdered stuff on there.
Oh, you don't?
No,
Okay.
that's not for me.
So you like them plain?
Yeah.
You just ate my bite, but that's all right. Give me the fork back.
Well, you snooze, you lose. I guess you were listening to me though.
I was trying to hear what you're saying. So you don't like...
Oh yeah, no, that's
Okay.
that's not for me.
I like those.
I like that sugar-free sweetener that we use these
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
I just
You don't like the powder
that's
version.
not a good
You know,
that's not a good combo, and maybe it's it with the lemon.
yeah, maybe. But so the bite I had, I don't think really had any on there. Those are good. They aren't super lemony.
No,
It's just subtle.
but it's also not. You're not trying to figure out what that is.
No, you know it's lemon, but it's
Yeah.
not super strong lemon, which I wouldn't actually expect because there's only 2 tablespoons of juice and a little bit of zest in there. But I can taste the ricotta. It adds a nice richness like ricotta does
Yeah.
to those. The texture's nice. I see what you're saying. Fluffy yet still kind of dense. But good.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing I would like to have on hand just to grab and go.
Yeah.
I would just snack on those.
Yeah, instead of a breakfast, just have
Well,
it more like a snack.
I would have them for breakfast, but they're also good to grab and go.
Okay. There's our kitty meowing. Well, I think those are good.
Yeah, I'd like to have those again.
Okay, I was gonna say I could see definitely making those again with the leftover ricotta, which I always tend to have leftover ricotta on a lot of the recipes I do. So that's a good use of that.
Yeah,
I think.
And you know, we have sugar-free syrup, right?
We do,
So
and
if
I
you
think-
just wanted a plate of pancakes and syrup,
Yeah.
that would be killer.
I think those would be good with the syrup.
And the lemon adds that unexpected element to it that's
Mm-hmm.
really nice.
Do you think these? I think these would be good with some fruit on top too, like
Yeah.
blueberries maybe.
Yeah, better than that.
You're not a fan.
Sweetener.
I'm not a fan. I know a lot of people are. Let me know if you guys like the powdered.
No, I'm not I wouldn't put powdered sugar on my pancakes.
Oh, see, I like powdered sugar.
Anyway,
But the
that
powder,
doesn't taste like powdered sugar.
no, the powdered sugar substitutes to me really kind of are lacking. Whereas the granulated and the browns, I think they do a really good job with. The powdered, I'm not the biggest fan. I'll use it, but
Looks
yeah,
good though.
it does look nice. So there is that. But I would suggest syrup, fruit. I mean, honestly, the bite I had was basically plain. I think it tastes good just all by itself.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
And I think it tastes good plain because of the lemon, so it's like it has something on it
Adds a little
that's
something.
more than just a pancake.
But yeah, those are definitely good. Definitely make those again. All right, guys, that was lemon ricotta pancakes. If this one sounds good to you, be sure to check down in the description box below the video where you'll find a link to my website and this recipe over there, where you'll find all the info on it as far as points, calories, macros, ingredients, instructions, all that good stuff is going to be over on my website. But thank you guys as always for watching, and we will see you on the next one.